% run of A Hat in Time. Take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Aalaizah. I'm going to be playing Hat Kid.
I'm Patticus. I'm going to be playing Boat Kid.
And with us we have Corvimae. All right, we're going to jump right into this in 3, 2, 1, go.
So this is A Hat in Time. It's a video game that came out in 2017 by Gears for Breakfast. It's very good. I recommend it. It's kind of like it's very similar to a 3D Mario game. You'll see some obvious parallels with Mario Sunshine later, but this game's good, so I recommend it. The main movement tech you're going to see a lot in this game is called dive boosting. When you dive, if you're about to hit the ground, you dive again. Hat Kid will get a little burst, and there's Boat Kid. It's a single-player game at the start, and then it becomes a multiplayer game when you go into that menu there. So if you dive right as you hit the ground, then you'll get a little boost, and you'll go farther than you would otherwise. And because it's a co-op run, they're gonna be grabbing stuff separately. There's this little cutscene here. You have to hit the mafia guy 4 times in order to.
Oh my god! If I could, there we go.
Get the timepiece. During cutscenes, you can craft hats, as you saw here. That just saves a little bit of time as we double up the cutscenes you'd have to watch. That is our first timepiece that we need of the 25, I believe, that we need to reach the final level in the game. It was important to grab pawns there. Pawns are the currency that we use for everything. Certain levels are unlocked by spending pawns. You can also buy badges and stuff in the game via pawns, but we're not going to do that during the run because it's slow.
Yeah, the badge menu is very slow in purchasing badges.
Yeah, and none of them are that useful, except for the one that we get for free, which I'll explain later. Right? Technically, we get 2 badges for free, but one of them doesn't really count.
Alright, so I'm going to try to get this yarn. It's probably not going to happen because I've been having troubles with it lately, but
so this
if I don't, I've got to back it up.
This is called a boop clip. That was close. The boop animation, for whatever reason, just overrides everything else. And so if you boop at the right time, when you jump back and fall forward and ledge grab while booping, you can clip through certain pieces of geometry. Unfortunately, didn't get it in time there. Hat Kid does get warped to Boat Kid when the cutscene is started. So this part here is sort of an auto-scroller. You have to be careful because if you do it too fast, you can actually soft lock the game here.
I am also breaking out of the auto-scroller to get some extra yarns.
Yeah, yarn's important because we need to get almost all the hats in the game. There's one that we won't need, but we have to get all the other ones. Fun fact, early in development, yarn worked a bit differently. You had to get certain yarns to make certain hats, but now you just have to get certain yarns to unlock certain hats, which makes it a lot easier to root.
Yeah, so we will be diving back into this level for a second because I missed the timing up a little bit on that umbrella jump that I did and missed 2 of the yarns. So now is a good time for some donations.
Of course. We have $50 from Dodge, who says, "A Hat in Time." There were 2 exclamation points there. Kind of threw me off for a second, but that's a fantastic donation. Thank you so much. And we have more donations coming in on this $25 train. We have $25 from Code Yanagi, who says, "Oh, nothing. They just gave us money. Thank you so much. All of that is going towards Malala Fund." And we have $25 from Anonymous. Also no comment, but thank you again so much for your generosity.
There's a lot of yarn in this level. It's sort of there are levels in this game that are very open. All the levels in this game, honestly, are very open and intended to be sort of explored. And you just find tons of little collectibles. It so happens that there's a bunch in Mafia Town that are convenient, and we also need a bunch early to unlock certain hats that we need.
got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so now, with those 4, we have the brewer hat, which lets us make brewer potions, which do damage, and they also blow up crates.
Okay. Now we're back on track.
So now we're going to battle barrels. This level is the best level in the game. I think every runner would agree with this. This is the truest of auto-scroller levels. We are going to climb this up over here. There's a yarn we grab over here on the way there, just because it's convenient. And then, we're gonna battle this Mafia guy, and he's gonna throw barrels at us. We gotta defeat these 3, Mafia grunts, I guess? I don't know what their actual titles are. It's very fast with 2-player because you get double the brewers. And then, if you stand in the right spot,
This one? I think it's... Yeah.
they cannot hit you. And we just hang out here, and we could dance if we want to. If you're on controller, I believe it's right, left, right, left. Or sorry, on the deep. Oh no, up, down, maybe. There we go.
Yep. Okay. Today I learned.
I always do the dancing on keyboard, even though I play the game on controller, just because I always forget, and I've like rebound everything on my controller. So. So now we're able to actually defeat the Mafia guy. Child is predictable. I'm always saying this. And then we grab the timepiece and we're done with barrel battle. We've battled the barrels. Next up, down with the Mafia. This is the first boss level, I guess. It's not like every world has like a finale. This is not the finale, but wait, is this finale? Wait, now I'm second guessing myself.
I don't think this is...
I don't think so either.
I mean, this is the
I think
only,
this world
like,
doesn't have a
boss
finale.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every other world has a finale except this one. That's why I got confused. This is our first boss fight. But before we do that, we gotta do a bunch of other stuff. This is also where the story gets a little weird. That's Mustache Girl. She's the primary antagonist of this game, except she doesn't really show up anymore after this level until like the way end.
Are you good, Betty?
There was a lot more story in early development, but a lot of it got cut.
Alright, so coming up is the first time that we like abuse co-op mode, because you can control where BoKid gets like dropped into the level. So you're supposed to get a key, and we just drop BoKid in on the other side of the door.
That's actually I think the fastest way to possibly do that. I think it's faster than what any percent does. Like even at top level, because they do like an out of bounds clip strat, and it's probably about the same speed. And the strat that most people do at any percent, where you do a lag dive boost, is definitely slower than that. This is fight skip. Oh no! Yeah, so ideally
It was fight skip.
you can. All that is like climbable geometry, and you can get past this little fight here by jumping over the cutscene trigger. It is precise. And this is the Mafia boss. So the way that bosses work in A Hat in Time is they essentially have a sequence of attacks in different phases. So in this first phase, he has the little charge attack you just saw. He will drop these sandbags, and he'll do the supercharge. And it'll do those in a random order, and then repeat. And that happens until we do enough damage to move him on to the next phase of his AI. And that means there is randomness inherent to all of the bosses in this game because you can break out of the cycles early if you get good RNG. Because that sandbag attack is the only one where you can't attack him. So now that we've gotten that, we are now in the second phase where he will do that spinny cleaver attack. Then he'll do sandbags. And he also has ultra charge. And he does this one twice. So it's just all about the RNG in this game is entirely based around what order he does things in, as you can get good cycles. And that was a quick kill. I did not know about that quick kill method.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but disabling and enabling co-op in this level breaks the fact that we're locked into a 2D plane, which helps break the level so that you can get a quick kill on Mafia Boss.
I was like not expecting the quick kill because I was like, oh, you're not doing the clips of, I guess that's no Mafia Boss quick kill. And then all of a sudden it was quickly killed.
That's not, we're on Rift now, and I just...
So in any percent, there is a quick kill that you do by lagging at the right time, essentially. And by being in the right spot at the right time and lagging, you can mess up his hitbox and make him fall through the Mafia Ball and off the stage into a death plane. And that's essentially what happened there, but in a way that I didn't know existed. So that's cool. So this is Rift
Here,
fine,
we're
'cause
just
I already-
hitting
yeah.
both the telescope and the rift at the same time to speed through some animation.
Yeah, normally that would speed through the animation, but since I accidentally hit the telescope, it was...
This is Gallery. These levels are, if you remember
That's not the right one.
the levels in Super Mario Sunshine where they take away FLUDD and they're like pure movement challenges, these are kind of like that. But again, they're actually good. You also still have all your abilities, so the rifts are really fun. The Gallery is one of the harder rifts, probably, at like a top level. There's a lot of like movement tech you could do to skip parts of the level that is really hard, and I am terrible at it. People have absurd Gallery ILs.
I believe it. I've watched some of them, and I can't.
Oh yeah, the IL strategy for this level, like you just don't do in runs. It's so precise. And then every time you beat a level or a gallery, you get to spin the wheel, which you can skip by exiting the menu.
But it has a chance to soft lock, so I don't do it.
Does it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Is that a co-op thing?
I think it's a co-op thing.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
The number of runs we've lost to me soft locking is sad.
That's terrifying. So this is Golden Vault. We have to get 4 gold tickets, and that lets us open the Golden Vault. With lag strats that we're not doing here. They're like really messed up strategies for this level. This is the normal way to do it. It's like the normal any percent way to do it that isn't for like NMG, which was what I do for the most part because I hate the lag strats for this level. They're cursed. There's strats for this level that don't work on controller. It's so cool.
Did I miss one?
Did you get the one under right there? Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't.
I was like, you didn't miss one yet?
And really
It's
fast
always-
level on co-op because you
What
can
is it?
divide and conquer the grabbing of the tickets.
I moved away from it too soon, so it didn't quite unlock.
Got him. Next up, Sewers Rift. The Sewers Rift is another rift. It is the shortest rift. And kind of just do it. I don't really know how to describe it. All the entrances to the rifts are just hidden in the levels. So we re-enter Golden Vault to get the sewers. Because it happens to be the closest one to the rift entrance. You could do a little slide boost here to get right. Oh, that was close. You can carry Hat Kid's momentum pretty far.
Oh my gosh. There we go. I swear, rift entrances are the hardest part of this
They're
game.
very hard. Have you seen the one for for Mafia of Cooks? The swag entrance for
No.
Mafia of Cooks. It's something else.
Well, it's on you.
All right, so we are able to sort of skip this whole
That's-
section here.
Yeah, nope, I missed.
Never mind.
You know you can fall off and come over here.
I'm
I mean, you don't have to, but
So
yeah, you can dive down that ramp.
these rotating bits are like the most Mario Sunshine thing with little pegs sticking out of them. All right, that's Mafia 1. We'll be back for more Mafia Town right after these other worlds we have to do. So next up, we've got Subcon. Subcon's fun.
Yeah. Subcon has Snatcher, which is Snatcher's
We all love
best
Snatcher.
character.
I love Snatcher.
Snatcher is best. I have Snatcher plush. Snatcher is best.
I also have the Snatcher plush. I highly recommend it. It's very good. So the plot of Subcon is Snatcher is this like ghost demon, and he's gonna trap us in a bag. Unless we skip the bag. I don't know what co-op does.
We skipped the bag.
All right, we are going to
So-
skip the bag. Good. Oh my God, you could just skip contractual
so-
obligations.
So we come back and do contractual obligations, but we start with Subcon Well, because we can... Subcon Well, we get rid of this purple flame, which then makes it so that we can dive down and skip the bag entirely.
Oh yeah. That's like the fastest bag skip because you don't have to worry about any cutscenes. That's
Yeah.
sweet. So we burn these 2 paintings. Now we can go to the well. And inside the well is my favorite level in this game. I just find it really satisfying to do.
The co-op version of Well is glorious.
Is
it's
it?
even better than anything.
Because do you skip?
Yeah.
Well, you can't. Wait.
Okay. I'm going to attempt this.
This is a well
twice,
dive.
and if I fail, yeah, nope.
Yeah, okay.
If you dive into that corner there at the right spot, for whatever reason, you just get like yeeted upwards. And if you do it right, you can get on top a ton of momentum and get yeeted on top of the well, which is faster than doing this.
My hat is
For
ready.
whatever reason, it's a little bit more precise in co-op though. And
Interesting.
Yes.
So I get it, practice single player all the time, and then fail in co-op.
Yeah, the same thing happens with the boot clip that I tried earlier. So this
It's
is
probably
another...
I wonder if it's like a frame rate thing.
Oh, you know, it could be. I hadn't thought of that.
Oh.
So,
So the hookshot
this.
badge is here. This is one of the 2 badges that you will see during this run. This one's actually important. You are
Yeah,
supposed to escape this room by hookshotting and stuff, but
we just grab a yarn and then second player does that. And
then you've escaped the
I
room.
don't know why this works, but you could just jump all the way up.
oh. Okay. Huh. So you're supposed to there's like a whole bunch of movement you're supposed to do there because the bounce up from the cork at the bottom only works for a little bit, but apparently not in co-op.
Yeah, in co-op, it's extra broken, and as long as one of you is down at the bottom where the jump is happening, both people are jumping super high.
So I've commentated like any percent and all timepieces in this game and online co-op like a million times, and I'm just every level I'm being like, huh.
Oh my
I
God,
didn't know it
just
did
missed the
that in
timepiece.
local co-op.
Yeah, I think that's something I really love about this game, is there's so many different runs you can do,
Yeah.
and they're all really different.
Yeah. Every category in this game is super cool. And there's also a ton of meme categories that are fun too.
Alright, so now we're going to come back to contractual obligations and actually do it. That way we can get some contracts.
Yeah, we do have to get contracts to unlock stages. Specifically one stage, I believe, we need to unlock one specific stage that is only available through contract, as far as I know.
So yeah, we run over here and just kind of run down the left-hand side and skip over the cutscene interaction.
That's actually the entrance to do Manor Hover. Same movement. So we got more paintings. We hate art.
I just climbed a weird tree.
There is another Snatcher trigger that we normally use in any percent. Oh, you still hit it. Never mind. Alright, so that Snatcher trigger is normally used for a trick called bag skip in any percent. But this bag skip's honestly way cooler. Yeah, and unfortunately those paintings will like reset after a certain amount of time. It's really annoying.
Oh god, this is a weird angle for me to be attempting this.
There is a yarn
I
up
also
here we
just
want to
got
grab.
the fire, so.
I was not able to grab it this time, but we can come back and grab it later without losing any time. Because co-op.
Now our good pal Snatcher's here. He's gonna make us sign another contract.
My hat and my glasses are not cooperating today.
And for whatever reason, it takes both players up to the plane that the Snatcher contract happens on for that one contract. So if the other player isn't right next to the one that triggers it, you just kind of fall to your death and back to the start of the level.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's QVM.
This is the best worst level?
Yeah, so this is like a horror level. And it's really, 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 really long. There's like a ton of stuff you have to wait for. And you might be wondering, but then why would you do it in this run? And the answer is because we can actually skip the really, really, really slow part. First, though, we gotta do some platforming.
Oh,
Hop on this bell. Oh, that was close. That was a little spicy.
You know, just a little bit of spicy platforming.
Yeah.
And while Aalaizah's doing that, I'm going to get the yarn that I failed at earlier. Maybe. Okay, it worked. Cool.
Yeah, cherry bombs have their own, like, amount of space they take. It makes no sense.
Cherry bombs are the most mechanic in this game.
Yeah.
Alright, so, you're supposed to, like, go upstairs, and then you have to, like, hide from Vanessa at certain times, and things like that. That's slow. So instead, the developers fortunately put a little hidden door, or, like, duct, I guess, here. You can crawl through, and you can skip to the end of the level, and we don't have to do it. It's great. Also, you can hop on this door, and then hop over, and you skip a cutscene trigger. It saves about 5 seconds. I think. It might be 2. I don't remember.
It's a really long cutscene, that's all I know.
Next up, mail delivery service. What if your 3D platformer was actually a third-person shooter? I am so sorry for both of you who are currently doing this on console.
Yeah, this is the one level that I'm always sad that co-op doesn't let you swap back and forth.
Yeah. So, in this level, by the way, Mail Snatcher, here, Mailman Snatcher, is the cutest, and I love them.
He is.
We are gonna get the rental badge up for the bike here, for the scooter. That's the other badge we use in this run. And we have to deliver mail to 10 different of these little subcon dudes. And it's just about knowing where they are and precise movement. Every runner on PC does this on, like pretty much every runner who have any percent does this on mouse and keyboard, but not available here, so.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard is so much easier for this level.
It's so much easier.
But every other level, I'm so bad at mouse and keyboard, so.
Yeah, I play this game on controller except for this level, essentially. Because I can't do this level on controller. I can't do any aiming on controller. And then there's one more right at the start. We're going to try to jump into the timepiece here. Which lets you back the hub early, which saves a little bit of time. Next up, Pipe, another rift. This one is one of my favorite rifts because the speedrun tutorial for this rift just shows you the a top runner movement of it and just says, this is what you're gonna do, but slower, I guess, until you get good at it. There's like no real speedrun tech, like not a ton of speedrun tech for this level. It's just kind of like do it, but fast.
Oh my gosh. See, rifts are difficult to enter. There's always something.
Mm-hmm.
This rift is like low-key messed up. The little Mario pipe is very annoying. Yeah, so literally there is no strat to this level that isn't like just do it fast. By the way, when we do get the scooter, the rental scooter, it does equip our unequip our currently equipped badge, so we do have to re-equip it there.
I just kind of jump around knocking these off because timing is awful and 2 people can't make it over there for the correct cycle anyway.
Yeah. More of these Super Mario Sunshine platforms. And at the end,
okay,
here we're gonna hopefully not see what I like to call a depth perception moment, which I do all the time on this level, which is to just completely lose track of where things are in 3D space. Because this timepiece at the end moves.
Yeah, this timepiece is awful.
Up, there we go. And then after this, we go into Rift Village. This is my least favorite rift in the game. I hate this rift.
I always forget, is this the bird rift that I hate?
This is... Village is the one where at the end there's the bell. It's a bunch of bells.
Oh, okay. No, Village isn't the one I hate the most.
You're thinking of Lab.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mostly
I
hate
always forget
Village.
which one's which.
Fair. I mostly hate Village because of Village entrance. I hate doing Village entrance.
Yeah, Village entrance is dumb and I'm bad at it, so I do.
I literally switched to doing Murder Route because I was sick of doing Murder entrance, despite it being much harder. I don't recommend that. It was not a good decision. So yeah, there's like 3 different ways that you can get into this level. You can either bounce off these, go all the way up here. You can like bounce off a spider and then get on to the platform that way. If you do it right, I being capable of doing it right. You can also do what's called a triple sprint jump, which is advanced movement tech.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Patticus to get that yarn. That way we have enough for another difficult to get yarn later.
And now this is the Village Rift. It's based around the mechanic of the Dweller Bells, which you ring, and then they turn these green incorporeal platforms, corporeal, I guess. It makes so you can walk on them. You know, I'm saying that it's based around this. There's only like 2 different bells. I think I might have overstated how much it's based
There's
around
more
that.
of them at the end, but...
Yeah.
I'm just gonna...
While we're going through this, would it be a good time for a donation, or do you want me to hold on to that?
That would be a good time, yeah.
All right, I'll do a really quick one. We have $10 from Monocle Dan, who says, love the speedrunning, love the folks, save the frames. Thank you so much for that. We have another quick $25 from Griefus, who says, have a great Sunday, y'all, and stay hydrated. Thank you so much.
All right, and now, the moment you've all been waiting for, as featured in the prize segment, the Toilet of Doom.
Toilet of Doom.
This is the mini boss, I guess, of Subcon. It's a big toilet. It's full of doom. We're gonna beat it up.
And again, it is a prize, so if you want a mini version of the Toilet of Doom, that is only a $15 minimum donation.
It's so good. I want it so badly. So at first we gotta like dive boost through this. All the exploding pipes, and then we're gonna fight a toilet.
Yeah. So, we do this single player because quick kill is already a pain in the butt. Trying to do it with 2 people would be extra awful.
Yeah. So the way this works is we're gonna throw a cherry at the toilet, and then we're gonna swing into the toilet. After it hops around, it's angy. And then we're gonna throw another cherry at a toilet. What else would you do on your Sunday night? Then we're gonna swing into the toilet again. Oh no, wait.
You know, swing into the toilet just wasn't a phrase I was expecting to hear today, but this is fantastic and I'm loving this run.
Well, Hat in Time is fun because it's the game where you get to ask runners if they're into toilets or murder, because those are the 2 names of the any percent routes. So you just get a lot of fun little phrases in this game. So after this one, if we position in the right spot, and then run to the right spot here, and run forward on the 4th tick.
Oh, so close. Oh my god.
Oh, that was really close.
Okay,
wait,
video
what?
game.
All right, well, this is extremely messed up. The idea is that
There we go.
you mess up its hitbox by stepping on its head, and then run it off with you.
So yeah, now would be another good time for a donation or 2 since I missed that.
You got it. People are loving the cosplay on stream. We have $20 from Rexy, who says, hats off to you for the cosplay of Aalaizah and Patticus. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Donation goes to Runner's Choice, split 50-50 between both of you. Smiley face.
Well, we both changed the same thing, so...
Well, that works out really conveniently then. And we also have $25 from Cole, who says, the various runners' various fashion choices inspired this donation. Also prizes. Sweet, delicious prizes. I'm not sure if delicious is the word I would use to describe a Toilet of Doom prize, but it's there. You can have it. You need to donate. Make sure you keep those donations coming in support of the Lala Fund.
All right, so next up, that's it for Subcon, by the way. Everyone say goodbye to Snatcher in chat, please. We will see him again, don't worry, but not for a bit. And next up, Battle of the Birds. This level's good because it involves birds. I'm unbiased. The first level here is Dead Bird Studio. It is pretty much just a movement level. It's fun. So the main mechanic in Battle of the Birds is double sunglasses. Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh my goodness, the double sunglasses are in real life. It's so good. So the main mechanic in this is there's two producers at Dead Bird Studios. There is DJ Grooves and there's the conductor. And based on these little tokens that we pick up during the level, we will essentially side with one of them. It ends up not mattering in this run though. We just kind of, because we don't do the finale. It only matters for the finale. So. The other mechanic that you'll see a lot in this level is the stealth owls, I guess, like the Metal Gear Solid owls and penguins, who have line of sight, and if they see you for too long, then they will essentially you'll take damage to go back to the last checkpoint. We're gonna do a checkpoint abuse here. The checkpoint volume for this segment extends way below. And we're able to jump far enough to be able to just warp over here and skip a bunch of the level. We're also going to skip more of the level by hopping on to this box and then doing a full jump over here and then hopping up over here. And then you gotta wait for the Terminator or else he will see you. We skip more of the level by just doing that, going onto the stage, and then we're gonna be at the end of the level in just a second here. This level's fun, but this is also Dead Run Studios because it is very easy to kill your run in this level because it's so movement intense. Also, we get to draw art! ! Donate.
And because I spam cancel and enter, we draw a line.
Next up, Picture Perfect. This is a weird level in that it involves us filling up a meter, and we're on the moon. Filling up a meter on the moon. There are a couple levels that take place on the moon, where all the moon penguins live, obviously, and they all have lower gravity. It ends up not feeling that weird, honestly, but you just jump really high. So that's fun. So in this level, we need to run around the moon, and we need to get photographed and say hi to fans and stuff. And that will bring up our fan club meter so that we can eventually reach Max Diva. And there's we pretty much just follow a certain route to do it.
Oh my gosh. If I could save this dog. There we go.
Are you saving the dog?
Is
that what happens here? Oh, you're not. I always thought that you just antagonized the dog.
I've always thought that it was that you're saving the dog, it's stuck up there, kind of like a cat in a tree.
That makes so much more sense.
I was gonna say, I think it's stuck up there because I'm pretty sure that there's text from DJ Grooves about it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Sure.
I'm a speedrunner. I don't know how to read.
Fair. You know what? That's a fair point.
That's time loss. So,
I failed at getting that yarn. We both hate this yarn, so.
Yeah,
did one of us miss somebody? Okay. Oh, I missed somebody.
I guess we're gonna...
Yeah, it's really easy to miss one person and then not have enough to get Max Diva. You can just do the springboard. Yeah. Alright, so that's Max Diva. There's a way to get what's called early Max Diva by being essentially you hit Max Diva while something else is still moving up. It's really precise. I can't do it. And that's it for DBS, or for Battle of the Birds. We're not going to go back to Mafia Town, in case you missed it. We get 2 Mafia segments, and the fun thing is that the second one is worse.
Yeah.
It's much harder. Mafia 2 is probably the hardest part of the run, I would say. I think most people would agree with that.
Honestly, heating up Mafia Town is one of the hardest parts of the run.
It's a really hard level, yeah. There are 4 different routes for this level that you can do. None of them are particularly easy.
I was like, chest, I opened this, right? Never mind that I've never opened it.
So I thought for the longest time you had to open that chest because the tutorial video for this level opens the chest, but it just has a relic in it, which we don't need. I was like, oh, it's a yarn, we need that. Nope, it's not, it's a relic. So we're gonna do in this level what's called stuck warping. And the way that works is that every time you land on the ground for longer than a frame, the game will set your last safe position. And if you're ever in a situation where the game doesn't know, thinks that you're stuck essentially, it doesn't know how to get you out of wherever state you're in, it will warp you back to your last safe position. And so by jumping on trees and on top of that chest, and then those platforms that fall at the end there, we never actually set our safe position. So it remained the same as it was when we started the level, and thus we're able to warp back to the start of the level.
Rip.
Oh no, poke it.
Now for the fun of trying.
Yeah, this level is actually awful because it's one of the easiest to die in, and it's also one of the ones with like the least pones, which are how you like revive your partner. Okay, video game, please. Please give me more.
There really aren't a lot of pawns available for you in this level, huh? Never thought about that.
Okay.
All right, back in action. So that was 2 or 3 of them. I lost count, I'll be honest.
I've gotten 2. I think we have 1 left in total.
Yeah. Okay. Just the super far one.
Yep.
Classic super far one.
So I'm just gonna kind of wait up here at the top while she runs to get that. So we probably have time for a quick donation.
You've got it. We have $10 from someone who calls themselves Dire Dashant. It's kind of like Dire Docs. No comment, but thank you so much for that donation. And we have, oh, this is interesting, $100 from No Comment, who says anonymous. Definitely not confusing whatsoever. Thank you again, everyone, for your continuing support of Malala Fund. And hey, while you're donating, make sure to put your donations towards that Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time bonus any % run. We're just under halfway there, so your donations can help us make that happen. Thank you so much.
Alright, well, it's been fully heated up. Now we just get this delicious, delicious timepiece. We craft ourselves the Dweller hat, which we do need for the finale. And we head on down to, I guess we're in the lab next.
Yeah, we head on down to the lab, my favorite.
This level's good because it involves a bunch of birds. But not fewer than Battle of the Birds, but more than the average stage, I would say.
Yeah, but they're not the good birds.
All birds are good birds.
Why would you? The birds, better birds.
Why would you invite me on commentary and not expect me to say this?
You know, that's all right. Fair point. I did deserve that.
So Lab has these like pushy birds. They're the cool birds. They got shutter skates.
Birds.
No. So yeah, they have all these. They have the pompadours and the shutter shades. And what they want to do is they want to shove you back off the stage. It's very rude. That's why that is what we were talking about here about this level being frustrating, is that bird will just like launch you into oblivion. But overall, the level's pretty straightforward. You just kind of avoid the birds. And now we're gonna go back and do another rift. Bazaar is the next rift, and I think it's probably the least interesting rift, if I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Would you like some interesting donations instead?
Yes.
Awesome! We have $20 from Epic Yoshi Master, who says, really awesome to see a hat in time at Flame Fatales, especially local co-op. Hyped to see some of the lesser known and unique co-op strategies be shown off. Huge good luck to both runners.
Yoshi
so much
actually
for that
developed
one.
the plugin that we use to do online co-op runs.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yoshi's like super great community member for Hat.
Well, thank you so much, Yoshi, then for donating as well. Would you like more donations?
Yeah, you could probably get a couple more in.
All right. We have $25 from Corvimae, who says, Corvimae here, please make my tech shift longer by donating to a great cause and getting this OOT any % incentive met. Make sure you hit add after selecting incentive before donating. Make me work harder, please. And that's true.
So
Again, we are trying to make that
today
incentive happen.
I
We need
went out for a meal. I
$4,000.
had,
We're just
a
under
roast
halfway
dinner,
there. We've
which
got some
in
time.
the UK
Got
is
a little bit of
something
breathing
often eat on
room, but we
Sunday.
don't want to leave this to the last minute. Let's see if we can not
And it's just
procrastinate
like
on our
a
homework
roast,
and get this
some kind of
incentive
meat,
met
and then
early.
like you have chicken, and then
Shout
you
out
have
to
like
everyone on Tech
vegetables
Crew.
and
They're all very
potatoes
cool.
and-
Oh no, did I equip that? I hope I equipped
Yeah, you
that.
can
This
have
is the
broccoli,
best
you can
half.
have carrots, parsnip,
More than the Dino Hat?
cabbage, any kind of like
Okay, the
roasted
Dino Hat's good too.
vegetables,
That's fair.
And roasted potatoes.
I'm
which
a
are
big
really-
Dino
So-
Hat fan.
Now we're gonna do
and
cheating the race.
chicken or.
But you can't do cheating the race. You don't have the time stop hat. Ah, you can't just say yes. What are you gonna do?
We're gonna co-op it.
Oh.
There's a fun little thing where the game doesn't do anything if you're in the air during the cutscene. So we can start the race while I'm in the air, and now I'm at the end of the game or end of the race. And as long as I don't do
In a way,
horrible-
that is cheating the race. So you can
Yeah.
you can actually do this level like the way you're sort of intended to do it, where you just do the movement for the race extremely quickly and precise, which is what any percent does. It's kind of like the movement final exam when you're learning any percent for this game. But for this, you can just do that instead, which is way easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the right hat.
CTR is probably the
flipped it.
hardest level to do when you're first learning to run this game. I still fail CTR I mean, now I would because I'm super washed in this game, but you have to be very precise in that level. Though if you are interested in running Hat in Time, even single player, there is a workaround or like a backup, not a backup strat, but like an alternate strategy you can do that loses a little bit of time, but means you don't have to worry about CTR anymore, which I recommend for beginners until you get the movement down a lot tighter. So I'm on Yakuza Metro. This is the second DLC for this game. If you've played this game on release and then didn't play this DLC, I highly recommend this DLC. It's very good.
Yeah, this DLC is so good. It's also super broken, but
So the way that Yakuza is a free roam level, which the base game had one free roam level called it was Alpine Village. We don't do it in runs unless we have to because it's really slow.
You're just gonna have to disable and re-enable co-op.
okay.
But the Yakuza is it's a free roam level, which means that the idea is that you're just kind of wandering around this big open world, and you're just going to stumble upon timepieces. And the way that ends up playing out for us is that there's just a bunch of timepieces, and they're all pretty close to each other, and so we get them all really quickly. So we're going to grab our last 5 timepieces in this level, and it's going to be pretty rapid fire, like
That was rude.
like a couple like. Sometimes, it could be like under a minute to grab a timepiece. They're very fast.
Can I hit the right button?
Oh, you weren't close enough. There we go.
I don't know what's going on here. This seems like a co-op thing.
Yeah. So this is a local co-op only thing. Did I miss the? No. Okay.
What?
If you hold down the swap hat button after being launched in the air up against a wall specifically, then you just go flying.
All right. Well, that's one way to do yellow manhill. Okay. Neat.
Yeah, so we're gonna use that a couple more times after. So this is the timepiece they expect you to get first,
Yeah.
because it's just kind of chilling in the middle of the room.
An important thing about this level too is that every time you get a timepiece, you get dumped back out in front of the jewelry store. So you can use that to kind of quickly chain together a bunch of timepieces. In I assume at some point you're gonna go back to hub, but actually with this strat, I don't actually know.
We do not go back to hub
All right,
until
well-
we are done with Nyakuza.
That's what I get for assuming. So this here's
So
gonna be a boot
right here-
clip.
Yeah, if I can get it. We're doing 2 different strats.
It's like a race.
Yeah, basically.
That normally boot clip wins. Especially with me failing
Oh,
at movement.
yeah. So again, the way that works is you boop as you do a ledge grab, and that kind of bumps you forward a little bit, and then that sort of clips you into the geometry. We're gonna boop clip back in over here. The reason why you have to be kind of careful when boop clipping is because if you jump, you usually jump, you tap back, and then you boop because you don't want to turn around. But if you jump back too far, you will then just miss the boop and fall off to your death. Also, everyone loves a good high or peck clip. That's a classic. I hate doing the emote wheel on controller.
So I have the emote button rebound to R1 instead of L3. Because L3 is a garbage button.
I hate L3. I bump it all the time.
Yep.
Oh, it's so bad.
Alright, so that level is, I call it boop clip through life. That was the wrong button. And now we just have more ice hat magic for the last 2 timepieces. So it's probably a good time for a couple more donations.
All right, well, while we're collecting these timepieces, I'm going to try to collect a few of these donations. We have so many donations coming in from Anonymous, and I just kind of want to shout that out. We have $50 from Anonymous with no comment. We have $25 from Anonymous with no comment. We have another $25 from Anonymous with no comment. We have $50 from Anonymous with no comment. We have another $50 from Anonymous with no comment. We have $100 from Anonymous with no comment. And we have $25 from Anonymous with a comment. Just a little heart. Thank you so much, everyone, for continuing to support Malala Fund.
Whoever that anonymous fella is, they're showing up.
Yeah.
I know, right? Pretty impressive.
So this is our final
that
and
was-
25th timepiece, which allows us
Yeah,
to unlock
what May said.
the finale, the last level in the game. Well, the last level we do in the run, at least.
Here we go.
All right, I'm seeing use grandfather clock to clip over fence in this, and I'm like,
I don't do that because I'm bad at it.
are you doing the TSJ or?
I don't know.
I hate clock
Ask
TSJ.
my notes. My notes are like the least helpful. It's glorious.
I do like the words brewer hat the cat. It's very satisfying to say. So we're gonna have to walk all the way out and head all the way back to the attic, which is where the entrance to the finale is.
That's not gonna happen. Okay.
There's also where the entrance to Tour is, which is the actual last level in the game that you do in all timepieces with DLC, but that is not this category, so you will not see Tour. Because that category is long. And so there are there are a couple ways you can get. There's 2 main ways you can get through this. You can do a what's called a triple sprint jump off of the grandfather clock over there, or you can just do the puzzle as it was intended. It's probably faster just to do the puzzle as intended with 2 people, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because it's not even that much slower to not do the clock TSJ in any percent. It's like a bit slower, both because of the cutscene. But so this is the finale. So there's Snatcher. So the lore here is that Mustache Girl stole all of the timepieces from the vault and used that to essentially recreate the world in her own image, I guess. And it's just bad. It's just bad world. She's the villain. I don't know if that's obvious based on the inner machinations that she's created or made real, but so the finale's broken up into 2 parts. There's the movement section over here, and then there's the Mustache Girl fight at the end. And the movement section here is it's the we call it the gauntlet. you go through it. There are some like tricks you could do to go through it slightly more fast. But overall, you just go through it.
I'm dead, sorry.
That's okay. It's at a decent spot where I can get a ton of bones. And then get hit by a bird.
Does it count for the meter when you're... Oh, it does. That's nice.
Yeah, basically as soon as they die, it counts for the meter.
That's nice. Thanks, Gears. Now, we criminals can feel relief knowing that we are not guilty of... That's what those birds say. I've heard it so many times. Up here, we're gonna get the little hanging platforms. The hanging platforms are kind of funky. If you dive boost on them, they can be a little weird. Always fun. I hate the little spinny fire wheels because as a person with terrible depth perception, I'm like, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are.
Not the right hat.
And then we got a dweller. Yep, we got a dweller down here. Uh-oh. You gotta watch out for these. There's these two, we didn't see them in the run, but they're an enemy called, I think they're called like pig paw gang members. They use cats and they'll steal your hat, and you have to kill them and get your hat back. It's really annoying. There's a really funny clip of a runner having their hat stolen and then getting knocked back into the lava and dying.
So that was a yeet boy? Because he yeets?
Yes.
Yeah, he eats.
He's a goat. As what else would goats do? That's all. They're both the enemies we just mentioned are from the Alpine, which is the only stage that the only non-DLC stage we don't play in this run, because again, it's like really slow. It has a lot of cool strats though. If you ever watch the all-time pieces category, it's hard. It's a hard world. Very punishing. So yeah, we're getting into the Mustache Girl fight here, and the Mustache Girl fight is broken into two phases. There's Throne Room phase, and there's the Hyper World. I don't remember what it's called. The Bitrate Zone. So Mustache Girl here, there's a couple attacks that she can do. She can she can like do the little the teleports. She can do the underground where then she springs up. She can jump in the air and throw timepieces. And she can do a torpedo towards you. And we have to do 5 hits to get into the second phase. Ideally, you want to get more than 1 hit at once because you can sort of do that if you're depending on how it works out. So yeah, now we're in like the 0 space, which is like a little transitionary period before we get. You just have to dodge these timepieces or ice hat through it. And then we will enter the bitrate zone. So this first type, she'll do the laser, she'll do the timepieces, and she'll do the teleport. We have to hit her, I think it's 8 times. I'm forgetting the exact numbers, it might be 7. And then she'll go into the next section. She always does them in the same order, which is nice. This one is not randomized. So now she does this laser. And you just kind of if you hit her with the brewer there, she's supposed to run at her a couple times because she'll teleport. But if you hit her with the brewer, the game doesn't expect you to be able to do that. And goes, okay, well, I guess you're out of this phase now. So that saves a little bit of time. And then for this one, she will switch between doing the timepieces and the laser. And you were supposed to, we hit her with the mafia ball a couple times. Oh, that was weird. And now we are in the cherry phase, the infamous cherry phase. You cannot damage her when she is in this shield. And she will do all the attacks you saw before. But woven into this phase is Snatcher and the goat will throw out a cherry for us. And we can throw the cherry out and it will break her shield. And so she has 6 different attacks she'll do. And there are 2 different times that she will bring the shield back up. The best RNG you can get is if she does the 2 different shields in the same, in sequence. because it means that it will only do it once because the shield is already up. And that we call, if you get all 4 of them in a row, it's called a 1 cherry because you only have to throw 1 cherry at her. And then it happens about 2% of the time. About 22% of the time, you'll get what's called a 2 cherry, where the RNG works out that you only need 2 cherries to get through and do the 7 hits to her. And most of the time, you'll get a 3 cherry. You can get a 4 cherry. It's very cursed. But that's the cool thing about running this game, is that at the very last level is extremely random. So yeah, there's a little cutscene here where they all realize that Hat Kid needs help. And so they all, because they're all enemies in the stage, they realize that if they get defeated, then they turn into health pawns, and they all defeat each other to give you health. And so at the point where you can't really lose anymore. The only thing that can happen here is if you get hit, it does like freeze for a second, so you lose a little bit of time from that. But essentially, all you want to do is hit her a couple times, and then that will trigger the final cutscene. And then a big ball of timepieces will show up, and time will be when one of them touches the giant ball of timepieces. This is another part that's, again, pretty random about what move she does. You don't want her to do shockwaves because she just jumps around everywhere. It's really annoying. Music here is really good, though. All the music in this game is really good. Should be one or 2 more hits, I think.
All right, mustache girl, please. Why are you invisible? What just happened?
I don't know.
Okay, that's never happened before. Never.
Oh yeah,
happened
no,
before.
she could do stuff like that. Depending, if you hit her with a brewer when hitting her, if you hit her with brewers during certain times, it messes up where
Yeah, when time's
her
coming.
box and stuff.
Time.
That's a Hat in Time local co-op. I learned a lot.
I did too. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks Corvimae for doing
Thanks for having me.
commentary. That's the words.
I love talking about this game. People should play it. It's really good. The run's sweet.
Thanks GDQ as always for having us.
All right, thank you again so much. Can we get one more round of applause in chat for that fantastic run and the wonderful cosplay? I didn't know we were getting that today. That was a fantastic surprise. And I know all of you are loving it as well. We had $25 come in from Happy Bear, who says, "This game is in my top 5 ever and reminds me to let my inner child out to play. Good luck on finishing this run strong, ladies." I'd say we did. That was a beautiful ending to a beautiful game. We also have $5 from Angry Sora, who says, "Have a great day." You as
Thanks,
well.
y'all.
Thank you so much for that
I'm gonna
donation.
Might eat later.
And again, all of these donations are going to support Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. They believe local educators and activists are best suited to address the problems girls face in their communities. Malala Fund invests in their work and collective power to create change, holds leaders accountable, and gives girls the tools they need to advocate for themselves. From supporting STEM education for young women in Pakistan to creating safe learning spaces for girls in northern Nigeria, your gift today is an investment in Malala Fund programs that directly benefit girls. So thank you again one more time to everyone donating. You're making a difference, you're helping us out, and we really, really appreciate it. With that, it is time for us to take a short break, but we're going to be back soon with way more speedrunning action, including quite a fun game coming up after the break. We're going to have Katana Zero. So please stick around, make sure you don't go anywhere, and we'll see you back soon. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you got a good break in because you're not going to want to miss anything of our upcoming run. Before then, though, I do want to shout out Jessica, who donates $5. No comment, but thank you. Every single bit is helping us reach our goals and helping support Malala Fund. But now it's time for some slash and dash action as we join both Luna Valkyr and Modulati for an all stages normal race of Katana Zero. Good luck.